Charlotte, what made you decide to become a foster carer?
Well, long story. Well, no, not actually that long. So I've been fostering now for about 6 years. So I came through it. It's a really slow drip it was. So my son left home, went off to uni, have his adventures. And I knew that was going to be for quite a long while. So in the meantime, the room was there. There was no one in it. And it was locked down, and I knew that I've got a best friend who fosters. So I thought, I think I could help her out with respite. So, because I had at the time, my daughter was 13 with lots of complex needs, and I knew how important it was. So I thought, well, I can do that. I can offer a space, once a month maximum. So so I started on the journey. I inquired with my previous agency and went through the process of fostering. So it was mainly to offer respite. But then once I started doing that, I was then really busy. I think I had like 12 children at the time that I was doing respite for. So
Wow.
And then after that I went and then I was doing, more and more. It was coming, and I was really enjoying it. And then my daughter became really unwell and she passed away.
Right.
So once I then thought, right, I don't really know what my life is going to be, because it was always caring for my daughter.
Yeah.
And then, doing the respite as well at the weekends, which was lovely, because it was nice to bring another child into the home that my daughter could, spend time with as well. So that was really lovely. So I did that. And then it was just kind of like, I don't really know what my life's I could either go and do something really crazy. I could go travelling. I could become a tattoo artist. I don't know, stunt woman.
Yeah.
But, but I thought, no, I'm not going to. It was almost like I had these skills and also I just had that need to care. I love caring.
Yeah.
And I like giving children with disabilities like an average but extraordinary life. I like them to do stuff that other children, siblings would do, but also to give them really good experiences. So I thought, do you know what I'll do? I'll just perhaps go into short-term fostering. So then I thought, okay, well, we'll have a look at, see kind of children that need a short-term placement just for a little while. But I knew that it could possibly go on longer.
Yeah.
And then my little one came along, and ever since then it's been, just same caring. Yeah. But also, just a really fun time we've been having. And also, what's really lovely is I feel like it's like we've found each other. So
the little girl that you look after now, she was a short-term arrangement to begin with. And it just worked out really well for you?
Yeah, so it was just going to be whilst family were being assessed.
Yeah.
It was an emergency, so it was from court that she came to me. So she came in the middle of the night. Yeah. I'd had like a referral before, obviously. But she wasn't a child that I would have said long term, because her needs wasn't as complex as my daughter. So I thought, well, it's not the child that I'm used to looking after, but that doesn't mean that it's, because doing the respite, I knew that, having lots of different children, actually what I expected and what I thought would fit into our family was completely different. So I was open to just having a child and just seeing, short term, I'm happy to give this child a safe and happy home whilst family are being assessed. So I started doing that, and then the process went on a lot longer because the family member, it didn't work out with the assessment. So then whilst all the court and everything was happening, she stayed with me, and it's been just over 3 years now that she's been with me.
So you sort of really evolved into it. It wasn't a conscious, this is what I'm doing overnight. No. It suddenly naturally happened for you.
But every single time I was always checking up on myself. Is this right for us? Is this right for her? Yeah. Because I think that's the most important thing, because although it's a slow journey, it needs to be right, because otherwise that child's not going to be happy, you're not going to be happy. So, and it was the weirdest thing, because I just feel like it was the perfect match. Everyone around me says, you know, like it's her personality, my personality, what we like and what we dislike are really similar. So we get on really well, and it just works. So.
And you mentioned, is she happy? Are you happy? Are you both happy?
Yeah, really happy. I think, you know, looking back, it's been 4 years since my daughter died. And I just thought, I would never have seen myself in 4 years ago being where I am now, and happy and enjoying and still doing really similar things and being around the same similar people and the same community. And it was really strange to think that, you know, when I look back, I think I never thought I'd be where I am now and so happy. So, you know, it's worked out really well. So,
why did you choose to specialise in fostering children with disabilities? Did you know someone who was already doing it? What brought you into fostering children with disabilities?
So many moons ago, being a young teenage parent with my son, I always looked into fostering. I think I'd always had that nurturing kind of way about me, and I wanted to kind of make a difference but also care for children. And so it was always in the background that I'd want to do fostering. And then through my daughter, I met my best friend at the hospice. She had a daughter with disabilities as well. And we met, and her daughter died a long time ago, and then she went into fostering. So I looked at her journey and just the experiences she had, the children she had come into her life, and it was really fulfilling for her. I could tell that she really enjoyed it. So I knew the processes and the highs and the lows of fostering, but it wasn't ever something that I thought that I was going to do. It was just, like I say before, like it was a slow burn. Yeah. But I couldn't find myself fostering a mainstream child, just because I had these skills, I had the experience, I had the knowledge of disability and the social aspect and who to contact, and I'm quite a big advocate of making sure that children get what they need and what they deserve in order to allow them to access society in a way that they deserve to. So I think that not doing disability, you know, specialising in disability caring, then what a loss of skills that would be. I'm not saying that I'm amazing, although some people do say that.
I would say so, yeah.
But it's, you know, I just kind of think, well, it's like learning to play the piano and then never playing it again. Why would you do that? You know, like it's, and also other people benefit from it. So I think if it wasn't fostering, I would have been championing some sort of disability awareness or something like that, some social thing that I would have gone on. But actually, it means that I can see the immediate impact that my caring does for my little one. And and I couldn't see myself doing anything else. Yeah.
Well, I know the young lady that you look after is very lucky to have you, and fostering together is very lucky to have you part of the community as well, so thank you.
Thank you.
You obviously look after a lovely little girl, which you've had for a little while now. Can you tell us about your journey with her?
So when my little one came to me, it was from, like I said before, it was from court. So she was taken from her family, and it was quite a traumatic time, obviously, for family and her. Yeah. And it was in the middle of the night, and I'd kind of, with the referral that I was given about her, it was very much basic information. So I'd had discussions with a social worker on a planning meeting before, but I think until you actually have the child in your house, so you don't know. So I was expecting an 18-month-old little girl. Yeah. And then this little girl that came to me was like this little tiny baby bird. So it felt like she was a baby bird that had like fallen from a nest. Oh. And so, oh God, I am going to cry when I think about it, because she was just such a lovely, you know, like a little tiny, God, it was making me think about it. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Because it was, you know, like, I think it's so sad the way that she came to me. Yeah. And I think that, you know, and I thought about her family as well, because, it's not nice.
No.
It's not, and obviously it's not nice for her, because she was in this home with people that she loved. And unfortunately, she couldn't stay there. So, so it was really, let me just...
Are you okay? You're okay?
So it was really nice to have her, and I knew that, she was safe, and whatever happened, that in that immediate time she was safe. So when she came to me, she was just this little tiny, teeny thing. She was completely like the size of really like a 3-month-old. She was tiny. And one of my main things was, we need to get her healthy, get some weight on her. And but straight from when she came to me, it was like she had such a personality already. And I was like, oh, I can tell I'm going to have problems with this one. Because
you're a good double act now, I must say, you really are.
But, and straight away she was able to communicate. She doesn't talk, she's non-verbal, but she's able to communicate what she wants and what she needs. So, and it's just been really lovely to see her grow and become more confident. And she didn't used to really like looking at faces or really seek people for what she wanted, because she didn't get it. So it's really nice that when she wants something now, that she will try and seek that person to get what she wants. And I think that's it's the little tiny things that these children do that actually are really big in their development, and just kind of for them feeling secure and safe at the home. And so she's just been such a joy. It's very rare that she cries, but when she does, she does. So my little one she can't access things, so you have to put a lot of attention and time and work for her to play or for her to get anywhere. But it's nice. I enjoy doing that because we're like a little duo.
Yeah, you are.
I love her. She's great.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing that. It's quite humbling that you've been, but thank you. And it is lovely seeing you both together. You are an inspiration to all of us, you know that. I mean, so many of the community are, but it's a powerhouse. You really are.
She's just so lovely.
I know she is.
Like every now and again, I just go, oh my God, you're so cute.
She is though, isn't she? She is.
She's just so cheeky though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But I think now, like now we've all settled and stuff though, it's now I need to concentrate on, it's like now she's settled, she's secure, she knows she's going to be with me, she's safe, but actually now I feel like it's my job to then get her what she needs for the future. And what I need for the future, for us to sustain being this perfect little powerhouse couple that we are.
You are. We met a while ago. You discovered fostering together. You were already fostering when you discovered fostering together. How did you discover us, and why did you choose to approach us and join fostering together?
I think mainly my friend, she knew about you before I did.
Yeah.
But I think that knowing that you are specialising in children with disabilities and additional needs, I think that's really important. I said, because a mainstream agency wouldn't necessarily understand, appreciate, or really get what caring for a child with disabilities and additional needs takes. So I think it had to be a specialist agency just because of my little one's needs. So we found you, and you came round and we had a lovely chat. And straight away I just knew that with our chat, and I think you were just really honest about what support you could provide, or and it was just really nice to have the chat and just the warmth that came from fostering together. And I think that's really important, and having that sense of humour and just having the rapport with you, and I just knew it was going to be a good fit. So when we came over, straight away, it was just like we were welcomed, and it was lovely. And what I found was really lovely, it's just the little tiny things that fostering together do that you probably don't even understand you're doing, but when we had our skills to foster, the fact that I had to bring my little one as a solo carer, that you made sure that she had sensory toys and lights, and it was almost like, oh, is this what is this what these people do? And it's the little tiny things that really you just thought, oh, okay, you are thinking about the children. It's child-centred. And that's the most important thing, I think. It's the little tiny things that we was just like, oh, this is what it was meant to be like. This is what an agency who cares actually do for their children and their foster carers. And where we hadn't had that in the past, it was really appreciated. And I think that, you know, you've continued to do that, which is even better. It's not just whilst we were joining, it's continued. So that's been great. Who wouldn't do that?
Why wouldn't you do that? That's what this is about. This is what we are. This is who we are together. You know?
But that's the thing, you know, like it is you as an agency that's what stands out, because you don't see that very often.
What is nice on the inside of the agency is that genuinely everybody feels like you were saying earlier about this is about the kids, and we love seeing the kids and we love seeing them happy. That's why we all do what we're doing too. That we are supporting you and others, but we love seeing the kids happy. We love seeing you happy because that gives us a kick. You know, we feel happy and we get quite emotional about what we're doing as well. You know, playing our part.
And that is the thing with the agency. You know, the foster carers. It needs to go up to the management, the team, because if you don't care, then it's not gonna have that.
Just permeates through, doesn't it? Yeah.
You need to have that. It needs to be the whole ethos.
Yeah.
And I think that's with my previous agency that's where it was lost.
Yeah.
Is that there were foster carers that are wanting to do everything that they can for the children that they care for, but it wasn't being met with the people making the decisions, and it becomes frustrating.
Yeah.
So to be able to listen to is really to be listened to, but also actions happen, you know, that will benefit the children. I think that's really important. What
was the process like when you joined Fostering Together?
I think from our initial chat with the Fostering Together team, it was really pretty plain sailing, really. It was a lot easier than I expected, and I think that was one of the things that was holding me back. Was I was expecting the huge, like the assessments, and it was actually more like an annual review.
Because you transferred from another agency to us, didn't you?
Yeah.
So you'd already been through the initial assessment process. So when you joined us, it was more like the annual review.
It was. It felt like this, though it felt as easy and as easygoing. It wasn't as intrusive.
Yeah.
It wasn't as in depth, but equally the right questions were being asked, but it didn't feel hard.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing, or laborious, which I think previously I was expecting it to, and it was. I was pleasantly surprised how easy and straightforward it was.
For you, what is special about Fostering Together?
I think it's the sense of community for me. Being a solo carer, it's really important to have that community and have that support and have someone to be able to answer questions at any time. So it's really important to have that community for me. And that's one of the main things that I think that shines with Fostering Together, is that I have got people to talk to, other foster carers, I've got managers that I can talk to, my supervising social workers, and I don't feel alone whilst fostering. It's everything for me, community. I think I've got my friends that don't foster, but having friends that foster in my community is really important. So, because you just want to sound off at other foster carers. Oh, this is really frustrating. Oh, this has happened. What have you, or ask for advice. This has happened. What can I do about this? What do you find is really good for this? And just having other like-minded people that understand what you're going through is really important. And I've made some really good friendships with the other foster carers in the agency, and that's been really important for me. And also my little ones made lots of friends as well. And we just go on such fun days out that aren't just kind of those really fun activities that I could do on my own, but it's nice to have other foster carers and their foster children with us. and it's just lovely. I just love it.
Good. So with Fostering Together, obviously we encourage everybody to support each other and work together. Do you guys get together away from Fostering Together? We just your friends doing anything, or was it just when Fostering Together? You know?
Oh yeah, no, we meet up, we go out for days out, I just go round to their house. We send each other messages, funny things that we've seen on the internet, just photos of our children, safely, obviously. And it's just really lovely to have someone that we just go out and just do fun stuff. And just, it almost feels like when we're all together, we just have such a laugh. But also, it's nice to have that advice and support. If I'm having a particularly hard time with my little one, then I know that I've got someone on the phone that I can call up or message that aren't like my supervising social worker, they're other foster carers. So you find your people. We've got it's a lovely community, but I've got my certain close community that I just couldn't be without. Yeah. Really, I really treasure them.
Tell us about the staff and the management of Fostering Together. What are they like, and what's your relationship like with everyone?
I think from the first moment that you came round, I was just at ease. And I just knew that if there was a problem, I wouldn't have a issue with coming to Fostering Together, because I know that they'd listen and they'll try and help. But even from the first event that I went to, it was just really lovely to see everyone so excited to meet my little one for the first time and to give her cuddles, and she was absolutely loving the attention as well. And it's kind of like from the first moment there's just been a bond that it's professional, but I know that you care, and that's the most important thing. I think is that you want what's best for me as a solo carer, but also want what's best for my little one. And so having that support from the team, management, admin, everyone, I just think it's really important to know that they're doing it because they care. They're not doing it just for a paycheck.
Does everyone know you? Does everyone know the little girl that you're looking after, or is it certain people only?
Oh no, everyone knows everyone. And that's good. That's what I want to know. I want them to know that, well, they do know, that they know that they're doing it for this person. If a name comes, then they know that. And it's really lovely that not only do you know us and my child, but you know what my child likes and the dislikes, and you try and make things specifically for her when we go on events and days out, that you know, oh, my little one likes this, and it's just really nice that it's not just a name. You know us as a duo, you know my little one as her and our own little being. So it's really nice that you care and want to know that.
Tell us about life as a solo carer.
It's not easy, but it's worth it. I think that's the most important thing. It's worth all of the struggles. It's worth the tiredness. It's worth the fighting for things. It's not actual fist fights, although sometimes you want to. But it's worth it. I think that's the main thing. But also it's being humble and being able to understand your limitations. And I think that's taken me a long time through caring for my birth child, but then going into fostering, that I'm not superhuman, that I do need a community around me, and I do need to have a break, and I need to have support. And I think that's really important as a solo carer, to know your limitations, but know that it's worth it. You know, you can be tired, but when you see your child doing something that they've never done before, or you know, being really comfortable in other people's presence, then it's really lovely that you can. It just makes that worth it. All of that struggle is worth it. I
mean, one of the things that I know with you, I mean, you're a busy person, you're dedicated to the young lady that you bring up, but you get involved in the agency as well, don't you? Tell us about what you do there. Yeah,
so previously where my experience, I've got quite a lot of experience of working in palliative care. My daughter was under palliative care for many years, and also through my friend with her foster children previously for end of life, and my experience, I want to make sure that children have got the best end of life pathway. So when I came to Fostering Together, I wanted to really promote that you really need to support your carers and your children to make sure that they're getting everything that they need, because it's very, very hard and very tiring. Yeah. So straight away you listened and you wanted to put things, even from the first time I think the first or second time that we had a chat, you was like, no, we're gonna do something about this. So it's been really great to work with Fostering Together in regards to supporting other foster carers that children are under palliative care or coming to end of life or bereaved. Yeah. And I think that's really important as well, that the foster carers aren't left and missed after their child dies, because that's when they need the support the most. So I think being able to support those foster carers in any way that they want, if it's just a phone call or we'll come and visit or practical support, then it's really nice that Fostering Together will support me to do that for them.
Yeah, and in those scenarios where it is sad and the child has got a life-limiting condition, I just know how much people value your input and support and your experience. So thank you for bringing that to the table as well when it's needed.
Okay.
Thank you. Have you been involved in any events, activities, groups and social, gatherings that Fostering Together put on? And if you have, what's it been like?
I love our meetups. I love our events, and it's really nice to see all the children out enjoying themselves. If it's at a farm, we went to a farm recently and that was really nice, sitting down chatting with the other foster carers. It was really fun to see the team on the tractors having races with the children. It's always a really fun time. There's just laughter everywhere when we have meetups, but it's nice that it's really accessible as well. Like you think about the events and make sure that we've got everything we need. So the mobile, what is it, the community
changing facility.
The changing facility. Yeah. I'm going to say again. What's it? What do you call it?
Lulu.
Lulu.
Yeah.
We just call it Lulu.
Yeah.
So it's really nice when we meet. That we can meet anywhere, and mainly because we've got Lulu on board, so that's really good. So before it was limited that we need to be a place that we can have a changing facilities for the bigger children, but actually it's nice it's kind of like widened the horizons of where we can meet and what we can do. So and when we meet up, it's just mainly I just want to sit and have a chat with everyone, because it's nice to catch up and do just have a chat and see how the children are thriving and enjoying life. But also it's nice to have the support groups. So when we meet up for our support groups, that's really nice because it feels like we're learning something. We can have, if we've got any issues, we can always talk to the team. But also, again, it's nice to chat with the other foster carers and see the other children. So every time I have any contact with any of Fostering Together or foster carers or children, I'm happy. I love it.
Good. Excellent. That's really lovely to hear. Looking forward to anything this summer?
Oh yes, we've got Parallel. We're going to Parallel. That will be fun.
Yeah. 3 years now. We've been over 3 or 4 years?
3, yeah.
3 years.
Yeah, this must be the third year. Yeah. That's always really lovely. One of my favourite things to see though is when one of the managers is pushing one of the other children, and I just love it, because you'd never see that. It's that kind of, again, it's the small things that really matter. The fact that you just want to push a child in a wheelchair, and actually you haven't got that disconnect of management and team and foster carers and children. Yeah. It's like a big community, and they will all mingle into each other. So that's really nice to have that coming up. I'm meeting up with some of the foster carers in a couple of weeks, actually. We're going to go for coffee, so that's really nice.
How do you holiday? How do you get breaks? How does that work for you?
Well, a lot of planning and a lot of disappointment sometimes if the child's unwell or if they're in hospital. So you're always have got that in the back of your mind, that the holiday might not ever happen.
Yeah.
Or if it does, you're exhausted by the time the holiday actually happens. I've got a holiday booked actually with the accessible lodge that Fostering Together have in the middle of August, which I'm absolutely looking forward to.
Yeah.
And that's been really, really useful because it's just taken all of that planning away. I know it's got everything that we need there. And if it hasn't, I could speak to one of the team, they can provide it. So that's taken a lot of stress and organisation away from going away.
Yeah.
And it's also really hard to get a date that you want because there's so many children and families that have the accessibility needs wanting one particular villa or lodge. So it's really difficult to get the exact time and date that you want. So it's really nice to know that we have within the agency the opportunity to be able to go on a stress kind of free holiday that I know that's got everything that she would want or need, and it's in a great place as well, so with good sun and beach.
So if anyone's watching us now and they're thinking about fostering for the first time, what would you say to them? But also, what if someone's a potential solo foster carer? What would you say to them?
Have a chat with the team, get them to come round, have a chat and see whether or not it's a good fit for you. I think from the start, you'll probably be very welcomed by the team. But ask the questions and don't miss any questions. You know, if you're, I don't want to ask that. Ask all the questions, be honest and open about what you want, what you need. That's the main thing, is just to be open and honest and have that, make sure that you have that in mind.
Yeah.
But as a solo carer, I would also say about the support that you want, the support that you need, because you need to be healthy and mentally able to do the caring. So just make sure that the team's aware of what you would like or expect, to make sure that you've got that support. So I think mainly just come with an open mind, ask the questions that you want and just get a general feel. And if you feel like it's a good fit, then go and do the process. It's really not as hard or taxing as what you think it would be. It's not all sweetness and light. Mm-hmm. It will be hard. There are going to be times when you're going to be upset, angry, exhausted. But to know that you've got the support, make sure you've got that support, whether or not it's family, friends, or with your agency. Just make sure you've got that support, and make sure you let people know if you're struggling, so then they can help you. So, but equally, there are times that I sit in the middle of the night and I just look and I know that the little one's sleeping in bed, and I just think I'm so happy where I am, and I couldn't think of anything better. I am where I want to be. Yeah. And hopefully it will be nice to hear that and know that someone's equally happy, and just ask questions, do it.
And I guess if we ever have a solo foster carer, potential solo foster carer, you'd be happy to chat to them.
Oh yeah.
Rather than talk to us, it's great talking to the office, but I'm sure you'd be happy to chat to them and talk to them.
Absolutely, I'll be more than happy, and anything that they want to ask, and I will be honest and open, and hopefully we can have a nice chat and some cake and tea.
And they can become part of the community with you.
Yeah, welcome.
Talk to us about support from all different angles that you see and experience.
So with my little one, we have a support worker that's within the agency, Claire, and she is absolutely amazing. My little one loves and adores her. They go on days out, she stays at home and she cares for her here. Their favourite thing to do is Marks and Spencer's cafe. Oh. Or a garden centre, and they have just got such a good bond, so it's really nice that I get that support once a week, or however I want to use it. I get support hours.
So what do you do when Claire's looking after your little one?
Sometimes I'll have a nap.
Yeah.
Or I'll go and have coffee with friends. Yeah. I'll go out for the evening. You know, it's really flexible, and it's really important that I get that time away. And then also I have Plan Breaks carers, Kat and Ben, and they are great.
So what's a plan break? What happens there?
So With plan breaks, my little one goes and stays with other foster carers within the agency. So it can be, you pre-book it, you can have a discussion, decide when, how long. If that was so, I can just spend some time just indoors crocheting, or I can go on a holiday. So so they will take the child and they will care for her at their home. So it gives me that full break. And I don't need to worry because they're so amazing and they know her so well.
Yeah.
And it's really important, again, to have that support, especially as a solo carer, because I can't just go to the shop and leave my little one with my partner. So it's really nice to be able to just, have that breakaway, but know that she's also having a break. Yeah. So they do so much fun with her, whether it's swimming or they go to amusement arcades or parks or anything. It's just nice that she's also having a break, but I'm having a break as well. And so it's really positive, and it then means that I can recharge, and then I'm raring to go for another few weeks until the next time. So it's really important, and I think that that's one of the main things that I wanted from Fostering Together, is that they could provide and support with that. And it's working really well at the moment. That's a really important part, isn't it? Yeah, I think so, especially with solo carers. It's got to be right, isn't it? It's got to be right. Yeah, definitely needs to be right. And I think that's the good thing within Fostering Together, is that the foster carers all have that experience of children with additional needs and disabilities. So you don't have to leave your child with someone that doesn't get it. Yeah. They've got those baseline skills, and then any training that they need to do comes afterwards, but just the knowledge of disability alone is like the first hurdle to get over. Once a month we get together at support groups, and that gives us a chance to meet the other foster carers when the kids are at school, meet the team and discuss any news or anything that's upcoming. We have also lovely chats, and we also do a bit of shared learning, and I find that really useful actually. The shared learning is really important as well, because we get to discuss what's new and what needs to be updated, because we are forever learning as foster carers, and I think remains the same. So it's nice that we can chat, learn, and also have a laugh as well. Yeah. And have a nice lunch together as well. And once lunch a month. That's is always nice. Good. Always nice, isn't it? Harvester.